Hello and welcome to the Project Pal. My name is Gunnhildur, I'm in Iceland, I live in Iceland, and this is my podcast vlog chat type of thing where I talk mainly about knitting, crocheting, anything fiber related. I talk about what I'm working on, what I'm finished, what I'm planning to do. Call it the Project Pal because I have projects and they are in piles. I do talk quite a bit about the weather as well because middle age. Confession up front. Haven't really done anything this week. Yeah, just didn't. Thought about it. I did do some planning. Like literally the only productive thing when it comes to knitting or crocheting is that I switched out the knit needles. I switched over to the 4mm and then just, yeah. But other than that, I have been doing other things. Like, I did the first attack on my closet because turns out Marie Kondo actually did have some influence on me that I just didn't notice. First attack on my closet, and I filled a, what do you call them in English? Like the English language is so weird. So many words for the same thing, but you need to remember which country, which region, which part of the English language, which part of the world you are in. So it would be like bin liner, a garbage bag, a black bag. I think those are three words that are in use. Basically one of those big black bags. I filled one and half filled another, and that was just the first attack. I was like literally just picking up things that don't fit, I don't wear, that are uncomfortable. If I got a sinking feeling in my stomach as soon as I saw them, it went in the bag. And anything that I just went, then it went in the bag. It was really simple and way easier than I thought. It was like, I thought it would be harder, but it turns out I had a lot of clothes that I didn't even like. That was kind of surprising. But what was a nice surprise is just how many nice dresses I have that I was like, oh yeah, know what? Oh no, I wear that one. Oh, that's like that was a nice surprise. So yeah, I've done the first attack on my closet. Slow and steady. What's the other thing? I did find my I think I haven't shown this in like a year or so. It's been a long while. But this is the leftovers of my Fantasia yarn. And apparently it's in stock now, but I'm not allowed to order any more of it until I finished quite a good deal of the yarn that I already have. But yeah, this is the leftovers of my Fantasia. And I found 3 more of the leftovers, so I'm thinking of actually starting a new one and making this like a pillow. I think that would be nice. What was the other thing? I mean, the weather this past week, it's been rather on the cooler side until yesterday. Yesterday was really nice, particularly around midnight. Like I literally went outside on midnight with a book and I sat down for a little while and read. No artificial light, just the natural light at midnight, reading on the balconies. I was like, in my pajamas too, because it was nice still weather, it was warm enough, and I would probably have been sitting there way longer if one of my neighbors hadn't been smelling or smoking something that smelled absolutely foul. So I think I lasted less than 10 minutes, which was a bummer because the weather was so nice, but he was fouling everything up. It's like, god damn cigar. It smelled absolutely foul, which was so annoying because up until that point the smell of nature had been just, I was smelling the heath, the berry blossoms, I think they're called. I was smelling the clover. I was just smelling nature, and the air was so still that I could hear the little eider ducks, little ducklings. Like, they sounded like they were quite close, but like there's a little bit of distance to the ocean. It was like, it was so nice. Until my neighbor lit his cigar, I was like, listen. Like, people were taking midnight strolls and taking their dogs out for walks and having like little get-togethers. And everything was so nice and calm and like quiet. It was really nice. So yeah. Actually, the book I'm reading, or started reading, because I'm also participating in this like readathon. First time I've read like a book a day in years, and I did it twice, 2 days in a row. I'm currently reading Katie Brandt's How to Kill Men and Get Away With, which I'm pretty certain is about essentially a female serial killer, and she's an influencer. She kills men, and I'm like only 18 pages in, and I'm like, huh? But the other two books, the first one I finished was Grady Hendrix's Horrorster, which is like a horror comedy parody on consumerism, I guess. American consumerism, American capitalism, and it's spoofing IKEA. That's what sold me on the book. And the book that I read yesterday was Samantha Allen's Patricia Wants to Call, which is a one-of-a-kind queer horror comedy for people who watch The Bachelor. Listen, we got disappearing people, we got cryptozoology, we got lesbians, and we got The Bachelor. Like, this book just kind of threw me for a loop. And it was hilarious. It was fun. These two books are supposed to be like, well, they are horror stories. I wasn't scared though. Like, they're well written, they really entertain me, but I wasn't scared. So, and this is a thriller, so I don't really expect to be scared. Don't know if it's a me problem, although I'm rather appreciative of not being scared of the book. That's always like a plus. Let's see, what else? Oh, my younger sister went to Spain with her in-laws. So okay, technically speaking, he's not my brother-in-law because they haven't tied the knot officially yet. But my brother-in-law turned 40 recently, so his family, like my sister and their daughter, and then his parents and his two siblings, two of his siblings, they all went to Spain together to celebrate and have a little time off. And it was pictures amazing. Airbnb, gorgeous house that they rented out with a private swimming pool. Cats! There were lots of cats, and they are cat people, so it was just heaven. 24 degrees Celsius in the morning, so they were just eating outside, and my sister was showing very colorful drinks, and I'm like, I mean, you do you. And it ended with them getting some kind of stomach bug. So that was not nice. Like, I'm laughing, but dear Lord, her mother-in-law, I think she's still getting better. Like, yesterday was their last day in Spain. Their flight was in 8 in the evening in Spain. That's 6 in the afternoon for Iceland. Like, there's a 2-hour difference. And the poor woman, like, at least it stopped like spewing. But she was absolutely lethargic. The wonderful people at the airport supplied her and her husband, because his legs are bad, they were supplied with wheelchairs, and then they just throw them around. It was so video. It was so cute. I was like, thank God. And thankfully they were flying Saga class, which is like the VIP. And I'm so thankful for that, because hopefully that means that the poor woman got to sleep some, because dear Lord. So, wonderful vacation for them. Sucky ending, like horrible ending of a wonderful weekend. So yeah. So my sister woke up around noonish and was like, my telephone tells me it's 17 degrees Celsius. I'm cold. I'm like, 17? Send them to me. Actually, I'm wondering if they have actually managed to sleep some, because guess what is shaking? The southwestern corner is shaking again, because remember that volcano from last year and the year before that? On the reignited volcanic area that hasn't like seen an activity for like 900 years until 1 and 2 years ago. Same area. So we are keeping an eye on the news to see if there's an eruption already. But they're shaking. Like, looking at the earthquake map is just like, it's just thick with earthquakes. It's like, I don't remember how many they said have been since it began, but there's a lot. And there was an earthquake this morning. I can't remember whether it was around 8 or 9ish. It was a 4.3. So I'm like, and they felt it around the capital area. So I'm like, I'm wondering if my sister and her family and in-laws, if they were tired enough to just sleep it off, not notice the earthquake. I'm kind of hoping. Well, we'll see. I'll hear about it. And yeah, that's pretty much it from me this week. Didn't do anything except change out the needles. You know, sometimes that's a week. That's just what happens. But at least I've been reading. I'm very happy about that. I've been reading. I cleaned out quite a bit out of my closet. I'm still kind of shocked about that. Just the amount. Not done with that. I mean, obviously, I still got some things to go through that I really, really need to. Yeah. Not a competition. This is not a... Like, I don't have a definitive deadline to finish things. I would like to get this done. Ooh. Oh no, wait. Summerween is... They started on last Friday and it's until Thursday. So I really want to at least finish this book. Like, I should be able to finish 3 books. Maybe 4 if I find one that I really, really want to. But these 3 are the goal. Otherwise... get working on this one, because I only have 1 week left of work, and then I'm on vacation. Then I'm like, I've been trying to like make a schedule for the other channel, because that one needs a little bit more planning with the reading and writing. With this, I'm much more relaxed. This is like my sitting down and having a chat. Love it. This has this I'm looking forward to making these every week. These are fun. I'm not saying that the other videos aren't fun, but this just has a special place. So yeah, hopefully I will have a little bit more than just empty air to fling at your faces. And I don't know, we'll see where I'm at next weekend when I'm on when my vacation has started. So until then, really hope you take care. I will let you know if we actually get an eruption, or if it goes back to sleep. And otherwise, I will see you next weekend. So until then, take care and see you later. Bless, bless.